Hello everyone, Dynamite Gaming here, and I'm finally doing another series on the original Paper Mario on the N64. So immediately we're met with a mail call outside of the Mario and Luigi residence. Luigi's gonna jump outside, grab the mail, and head back inside the house. I won't go too in-depth on the exterior yet, but later on we will. Hey Mario, we got a letter from Princess Peach. He's gonna walk over, Mario's gonna meet him in the middle, and this is where the intro begins of the game. So I just thought I would explain to everyone here that this is not necessarily a walkthrough of the game, but we are gonna go into basically everything that has to do with Paper Mario on the N64. I hinted at this on my channel a couple of months ago, and I finally am putting some effort to get this started. It's kind of more like just deep diving into the game on each section and area, and really taking in the details and the conversations and the environments. It's all about that. I wanted to do a series deep diving my favorite game, and I wanted to do something different. You're gonna watch and listen and hear and learn stuff you might have not have even known or noticed when you played this game. And that's the sort of series I wanted to do, so we're gonna try it. And I have a face cam, I have a map in the top of the screen. There's gonna be everything here to guide us along through this series. And I think it's gonna be really fun, and it's going to be a long project, but I've always wanted to do it, and here we are. So immediately, as you can see, we start in Mario and Luigi's house. There's a board on the right, a flower pot on the right, a big table with two chairs, obviously one for Mario, I'm assuming on the left, and Luigi on the right. I think the plant in the middle of the room is a reference to old 2D Mario games, where you basically hit the block and the vine would go up. I think that's what that is. Immediately, if you notice in the cupboard on the shelf, there's a red cup for Mario and a green cup for Luigi. This is one of the first times we really got to see inside Mario and Luigi's home. And now we know as brothers, they actually do live together. Now, we'll go more in depth on the house in the future, but I still wanted to point this out early on. Thought it was a really nice touch before I get into the letter. And just if anyone is curious, I am playing this on what would have been the Wii Virtual Console. So that is the version of the game I'm playing. If it looks a little bit better on that, that's why. All right, let's see. I'm throwing a party at my castle today, Mario and Luigi. I would be honored if you both could attend. Many guests from distant towns are hoping to meet you, and as you guys can see in the background, we have Peach's castle. Really, really cool, with a letter in front, and although you can't read the text, it looks like it's on some royal paper of some sort. A really special invitation for this party. There will be tasty sweets and all kinds of entertainment. I hope to see you here soon. Sincerely, Peach. Now, I thought that was just a really cool intro there to the game. You know, you're going to a big party to celebrate something that you're invited to, and you're not too far from the castle, as you'll see. The transportation's pretty good. So we're immediately exiting Mario and Luigi's house there. Now, for whatever reason, it says Mario on the house, but not Luigi. Maybe Mario has the mortgage. I'm not sure. But Luigi doesn't have his name on the house. Thought that was a little rude for Mario, but what are you gonna do? So immediately we jump into Toad Town, and you get a nice preview, early game here, of what Toad Town actually looks like. Now, we'll deep dive this later, and I won't go too in-depth into it, but I love Toad Town. It's one of the best hub worlds in any game ever. So now you can see we're entering the grand castle here. So immediately as we walk in, Luigi says, "What a magnificent castle. I never get used to this place. It looks like lots of guests are already here." And I could do my Luigi voice, but I don't want to put you guys through that. Mario. So immediately we get free control right in the beginning of the game here. And if I'm not mistaken, you don't have access to most of these doors. I can do my little spin move. It doesn't seem to open, so yeah. But if you notice, right on the left side of the castle here, there's plants coming off the windowsill. I think it looks really nice, honestly. It's a really nice touch. Even at the end of the railings, there's plants as well. Looks like there's some sort of like pink flower on them. The art on the wall seems to be giant murals of clouds. There's a blue tapestry coming down from the ceiling. It's very, very pretty and well done. Even over here, you guys can see the pillars and the design coming off the carpets. It's just a magnificent castle. Really, obviously meant for a queen in this case. There's two sisters over here. Let's go see what they have to say. Oh, welcome, Mario. The last party was lovely, wasn't it? Oh, by the way, Princess Peach has been waiting for you. So they immediately let you know that we should go see her. I think Princess Peach has been looking forward to seeing you since this morning, Mario. She's been restless. Hee hee hee, how cute. There's a little indication that they have a little thing, you know? They know. So here's Luigi. We'll go... You can see Luigi actually started chatting with the Toad. I thought that was a really neat touch to the game there. Say, Mario, why don't you go see Princess Peach? I'll go later. I'm thinking I'll mingle for now. If you press A in front of the door up there, you can open it. So the game kind of gives you a little bit of a tutorial of how to actually enter rooms. Pretty neat. So Luigi's chatting with this Toad. Let's see what they're saying. Mario, you're looking well. Please enjoy the party, okay? Let's see what this guard Toad is saying walking around. Well, he's not actually a guard, but the guard Toad is behind him. Well, I've never seen so many guests from different parts of the world in one place. I'll bet you could hear some stories about places you've never been to, huh? I'm interested to hear them. Welcome to Peach's Castle. That's what the guard says. The guy over here. Hey, Mario, I hope you brought an appetite. There's so much good food here. I already ate way too much. I'm taking a little breather. Well, that's enough of a rest. I'm hungry again. Let's eat. To the buffet table. That Toad is hungry. There's looks like a very smart Toad over here with a folder in his hand of some sorts. Ah, salutations, Mario. Do you know Frost Tea here? He's come all the way from the Shiver region, which lies far to the north of here. So there's some frozen region to the north of Peach's castle. And this guy looks like he's from that region. Princess Peach is such a generous and wonderful lady. Just as I was told, it was worth coming to visit. Mario, please come visit us in the Shiver region someday. Let's see if we can get in this door on the right. I like how the camera kind of changes and shifts with us too. Doesn't seem to open, so we do not have access to that. And from this angle, you guys actually get a really nice shot of the tapestry and also that really cool golden chandelier in the middle of the room. It looks very expensive, very fancy. I like that detail. So let's see if we have access to this door though. Oh, hello there, Mario. I'm Tasty. I really love to cook. You may not know this, but I cooked all the food for this big party. I made all of my most delicious dishes. But oh dear, I got so into my cooking that I used up all of my ingredients. Now I have to go shopping. So that's Tasty. I do think we get to see him later in the game. But here's a nice view of the kitchen area. I'm probably not going to go too in-depth on the Peach sections, but as you can see, we get a nice preview of the kitchen inside her castle here, with a bunch of books. I assume they're cookbooks to the right. Some sort of urn. I don't know what that's for. And then all sorts of different ingredients. You could see strawberries and cream and eggs and probably sugar. And over here, there's another Toad in front of this table. I've been practicing cooking. I hope that someday I get good enough to cook food as delicious as Tasty's. Do you know how to cook, Mario? You really ought to learn. Personally, I think cooking is exceptionally fun. Peach has obviously some wine to the left over here. I can tell she knows how to throw a party. And there's some glassware in the back as well. Pretty nice kitchen, honestly. Very, very big for the castle. One thing I didn't even point out, I didn't even realize, the checkerboard floor is a pretty interesting touch there. Wonder how much those tiles cost. They're huge. They're gigantic. So up here, before we enter the next door, there's a penguin. Wow, this castle's absolutely breathtaking, don't you think? I wish I could stay here at Peach's castle forever. Mario's not that tall, as you can see. His head barely comes up over the railing. Pretty funny. There's a guard over here as well. Princess Peach went into her private chambers just now. She must be a bit tired. And as you guys can see above the door, there's a big mushroom sign. Don't know why that is, but right below it, there is also more flowers and plants. And once again, I can overlook the rest of the guests over here. Although this is a big party, there isn't much guests in the front of the castle, but let's open this door and get to the rest of it and see what's going on. And as you can see here, there's a ton more guests over here. So let's talk to this older gentleman right in front of us. Greetings, Mario. I am the minister of Princess Peach's castle. It's good to see you here. When you're around, I feel like our kingdom is secure. Yep, our future looks bright. And as you guys can see here, in this part of the castle, the carpeting stretches all the way back to another door. And there's a bunch of pink tables set up with, it looks like, condiments and some drinks. It's really nice. Flowers on every table. I mean, they really set this place up super nice for this party. Once again, I don't think we have access to any of these doors though, but this room is set up very similar to the last one, so I don't have to go too in-depth with it. Obviously, the big change is the stairs are much farther left and right. So we don't have access to any of these other doors. None of them, all of them are locked for now. We'll go talk to some guests. This girl over here. Hello, Mario. I'm always on the cutting edge of fashion, and I must say, your outfit is just fabulous. It really suits you. That was a nice compliment. This penguin over here. I'm here on behalf of lovely Shiver City. I'm the mayor there, you know? My goodness, look at the time. I have to go shopping for souvenirs with Frost Tea. So a lot of people here from Shiver City. This Koopa over here says, I come from Koopa Village, which is just down the road from here. Oh, I just had the honor of talking with Princess Peach. What a wonderful lady she is. All very nice things to say about our princess. There's a toad over here. Do you know of a place called Shooting Star Summit? It's near this castle. It's such a romantic place. It's definitely the best place for a date, trust me. Maybe you ought to, you know, ask the princess to go there. So that's the second person now in this party that knows the princess and Mario. They have something. They have something going on. Well, today we have guests from Dry Outpost, the Shiver region, Koopa Village. There's so many folks here, I can't keep track of them all. And where might you be from? Oh, you're Mario. I'm sorry, excuse me. But you didn't recognize me? I got the overalls and the hat. The M on the hat, you couldn't see that? This is Princess Peach's room, but I'm afraid she isn't in here at the moment. So that door leads directly to her room. That'll be cool to look at later. There's someone down here in a turban. Looks like a toad. I come from a desert town called Dry Outpost. This castle is really lovely. Isn't it? Truly gorgeous, so cool and comfortable. I even got a chance to talk to the beautiful Princess Peach. What an honor. When I return to Dry Outpost, I'm going to tell everyone about it. So it's really cool in the beginning of this game how this party really has everyone from different regions and areas throughout the Mushroom Kingdom. Really nice touch. Princess Peach clearly invited a ton of people to celebrate with her for this event. Let's go talk to this mouse. I'm a nomada mouse, and I come from Dry Desert. Everyone I've met in this town seems incredibly nice. I think I'll make this place my home away from home. Great things to say. Does Princess Peach have a special man in her life? They're really hinting at it, aren't they? She's such a lovely lady. Whoever she loves must be very special indeed. They all know. So that's all the guests here. We can start heading up to the next floor now. And talk to this guard. I'm just a trainee, sir. So many guests, my heart's been beating like a bass drum ever since this morning. Thump, 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 thump. And that guard's nervous about us being here. So guys, that's it. That's gonna be the first episode of my Paper Mario series. I'm gonna be going through every area in this game, giving not only my opinions and deep dives of the areas around us, but the conversations and the communication and the details. We're gonna go through all of it. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. And let me know if you wanna see any sort of changes before I continue the series, or if there's anything I can make better, let me know. I think I'm doing a really good job though, and I'm so excited to continue the series and go over every minute detail of my favorite game of all time, Paper Mario on the N64.